My mother-in-law Barbara has always hated me, but she had a specific obsession. She insisted my severe nut allergy was just me being difficult and attention-seeking. She'd constantly try to test me by putting small amounts of walnuts in salads, which I always caught. My husband told me to ignore her, claiming she was just old-fashioned. Then, during a massive family Thanksgiving, she handed me a plate of her famous stuffing, promising, with a smile, that it was allergy-safe. I took one bite and within seconds my throat felt like it was closing up. I tried to speak, but only a wheeze came out. I collapsed in the kitchen, grasping for my EpiPen, which I'd luckily kept in my pocket. Barbara stood over me, watching with a cold, detached expression. She didn't call for help. She just leaned down and whispered, "I knew you were lying. You're just looking for an excuse to ruin my dinner." She wanted to prove her point more than she cared about my life. My husband found me just as I was losing consciousness. The ambulance ride is a blur, but I remember the look on his face when the paramedics confirmed it was anaphylaxis caused by walnuts. Barbara was still in the house, calmly cleaning up the kitchen, telling the rest of the family that I was having a hysterical episode. When the doctor later told my husband what had happened, he finally broke. He went home to confront her, and I heard the screaming from the hospital bed. I spent 3 days in the ICU, my body recovering from the trauma. When I finally came home, the house was silent. My husband had officially cut her off, but she wasn't going quietly. She started showing up at our door, demanding to be let in, claiming she was a victim of a misunderstanding. I realized then that she wasn't just cruel, she was dangerous. She had tried to kill me to win an argument, and she felt absolutely no remorse for it. I filed a police report, but because it was family drama, they were hesitant to press charges. Barbara thought she had won. She even sent me a get well soon card that had a picture of a walnut tree on the front. I was done playing by the rules of polite family. I sat down with my husband and a lawyer, and we realized she had done this to other people in the past, hidden ingredients in food to teach them a lesson. I decided to make sure she could never do it again. We didn't just get a restraining order. We gathered every bit of evidence, the medical records, the threats, and the testimonies from others who had accidents at our dinner table. We took it all to the district attorney. Because of the clear intent to harm, she was finally charged with reckless endangerment. The day she was escorted out of her house by the police was the most satisfying day of my life. She wasn't a misunderstood matriarch. She was a criminal. The court process was brutal, but it forced my husband to finally see his mother for who she was. He stopped making excuses, stopped trying to keep the peace, and fully committed to protecting our home. We moved to a new state and changed our phone numbers. We didn't leave a forwarding address. For the first time in our marriage, we were actually happy. I wasn't constantly looking over my shoulder, wondering what was in my food, and he wasn't constantly defending the indefensible. It took a long time to trust home-cooked meals again. For months, I wouldn't eat anything I hadn't prepared myself, and I checked every label 3 times. But I eventually found my peace. I realized that my health and my safety were more important than any social obligation or family tradition. If someone tries to compromise your life to prove a point, they don't deserve a seat at your table. You are not obligated to tolerate anyone who endangers your existence. I'm healthier, I'm safe, and I'm finally living without the shadow of that woman hanging over me. My husband and I are stronger, and we've built a life that is truly ours, one built on respect, honesty, and total safety. I've learned that the blood is thicker than water. Saying is a lie when it comes to toxic family members. You get to choose your family, and you get to choose who gets to be in your life. I chose me, and I've never looked back. Looking back, that day changed everything, but I'm grateful for the clarity. I'm alive, I'm loved, and I'm finally free from the toxic control that once threatened to take everything from me. If you're dealing with someone who dismisses your health or your boundaries, take it seriously. Your life is not a game for them to play with. Trust your gut, protect yourself, and don't be afraid to walk away. You deserve to be safe, healthy, and happy, always.